Well, hello and welcome to another adventure today. So today you join me in Torridon, and I'm just going to be doing a Corbett today. I say just a Corbett. This Corbett is just below Munro height. It's going to be a fair pull up to get to the summit of this one. Now I'll give you a quick look round to where I'm going. So that's actually the Corbett there, some famous mountains of Torridon in the background. That's actually Beinn and the famous horns of Alligin there. Sit back, relax, and I hope you'll enjoy this adventure today. You'd be forgiven to assume that this is the middle of summer just now. Certainly feels like it, but it's actually just the beginning of April. What a stint of good weather we've had here in Scotland. Glorious. A total lack of snow in the hills. That view is opening right up now. The whole of Beinn Alligin up there. Now this is the route that I'm going to take here. Follows this path up around the back of this Corbett and then actually come out. I think the true top is up in here somewhere. I reckon the views will be pretty spectacular of all the Torridon giants once I get up there. Looking forward to it. So the path splits off from here up towards either the horns of Alligin, which looks rather steep actually. I wouldn't be fancying that, but my pull up is actually over here, which might look slightly worse. I'm not too sure, but it shouldn't be too long until I'm at the start of this climb. The scenery here is just something else. It really is. You can probably see why I keep returning to Torridon time and time again. Anyway, it's time to rise sharply uphill. I mean, look at that. It doesn't even look possible from down here. That's going to be sore on the legs, isn't it? Round this boulder field, probably up there. Follow this ridge all the way along. I think the summit's over here somewhere. Yeah, not much talking going to be happening during that climb, but I will catch you at the top. Well, that's the Coast Guard helicopter. Just pretty much landed on the top of Moor, the Munro. I'll try and show you a photo, but hope everyone's alright up there. It might just be a training exercise, who knows. Quite a steep little scramble up there. I don't know if there's another way around, I didn't really look. It's pretty well trodden, so I thought I would just go for it. But I'll tell you what, this has been a steep little number so far, unbelievable. Just straight up. And the way down is exactly the same way. That is going to be painful on the knees, that's for sure. Anyway, let's crack on to the summit. Well, there's the first top, just less than 900 meters, and there's the true top, just over there. Views are going to be pretty spectacular. Look at this already. So peaceful up here. And that's one thing I've been enjoying about the Corbett so far. So peaceful. I haven't seen another person all day, and I got the last space in the car park for Beinn. Probably the only person doing this Corbett today. Got it all to myself. But I'm not there yet. As I say, I've got to make a jaunt over to that real top. Oh, it's still quite far away. Follow this broad ridge across. So yeah, I'll pick you up once I get there. I'm past the lowest point now, just behind me there. Oh, what a view from here, honestly. I'll give you a bit of a closer look. Oh, this is something else today. Really doesn't get much better than this. But ahead of me is a final head wall towards the top of this Corbett. Really looking forward to getting up there, see what the views are going to be like. Tell you what, I'm tired though. This is a tough day. Combined with a steep ascent up to here and that longish walk in. Yeah, makes for a long day this. Quite an exposed little section there just to get to the top. You can see there a humongous drop down. So a bit of care required for that part. That took a while. But here I am at the top of this Corbett. And this is actually the highest of all the Corbett's at 914 meters. This is Dearg, and it translates to the Red Hill. I'm not going to waste any time. Let me just show you some of these views. This is a special summit. It really is. Just because it's a Corbett doesn't make it any less grand than all the Munros around it. So peaceful up here too. Not another person, hardly a breath of wind. So I'll show you what I can see here. Try and pick out some of the giants in the distance. That's the big bulk of Beinn, the two Munros on show there. And over here is an infamous mountain. It's actually Dearg. Pinnacles look really impressive from this direction. And then swinging around, that's down to Loch Torridon down there. And then the two Munros of Beinn. Wow, really impressive from over here. Scurmore, I think, is the big one on the right hand side. The left one, I can't remember the name, I'll put it on the screen just now. In this direction with Beinn, I think it's known as, just behind me there, might be blocking it to be fair. And then Beinn, I think it is, the other Corbett, another one that I'm really excited to do. I think all the Corbetts in this area are going to have spectacular views, aren't they? Oh, so I'm going to sit and take this all in for a while, and then the route back is actually the same way as the way up, so I've got another 4-hour hike to get out of here. But with the weather like this, I'll stay out all day long. Fantastic.
Different day, one you've never lived before. So
almost missed it. There's a cracking view of the Cooling Ridge on the Isle of Skye behind me, just in the haze ever so slightly. I was actually there last week. I didn't film anything, just fancied a wee jaunt. I went up Sgurna Benedict. This is just insane today, it really is. I can see so many peaks in the distance, and into the back and beyond here. Look at that, that's got to be Sleoch in there. I think the jagged one, I don't know if this camera will go any further, is Anchelic. Brilliant conditions.
I was lost, I wish I still was. It's a feeling that you cannot beat when your feet do not know the road, and your head must take you home.
These views are just something else. I just can't put them into words, really. It's been a spectacular day, but unfortunately I've got to walk all the way back. If only I didn't have to do that part. But yeah, really enjoyed this. I've been up here for half an hour just taking on all the views of Torridon, Beinn, Liach. Oh, I just can't put it into words, to be honest. So warm, no midges. What more can you ask for? The time has come, time to retrace my steps all the way back, and I have to take some care down climbing some of them scrambles, but no real difficulties there, I don't think. One last look at this. Oh, I really don't want to leave, but I'm gonna have to. It'll be dark by the time I get back to my van. So anyway, I'll give you a review of my day on the way back down. Very interesting rock formations on the way up. Look at that. It looks like a stack of pancakes. Okay, so that's me back down off that Corbett. I'm not joking. Might just be one of the toughest descents I've ever had to do. Just off the edge there. The path just kept coming and going. I say path, there's no real path on that. Pathless is less travelled Corbetts. I imagine that's probably one of the more popular Corbetts in Scotland. But yeah, that was, I would say it's probably one of the steepest ascents and descents of any hill I've done, including the Munros. But worth it for that views at the top. Look at the view over to Liach, just in front of me there. Brilliant. Might go for a swim in the river down here if time allows. But anyway, I'm going to start rating these Corbetts. I think I'm on a bit of a mission. I might just try and get through them all. But that's a solid 9 out of 10. Take probably 1 point off for how steep it is up and down. Apart from that, a really enjoyable day. Torridon will never disappoint with its views, especially when the forecast and the weather is like this. So anyway, thanks for joining me today in this adventure, and hopefully you'll join me for some more adventures in the next one.